Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Uh, I got my microphone fixed here finally. Hopefully it sounds good to you guys. If not, let me know in the comments, and I will try to adjust accordingly. But hey, good morning. Welcome back to the channel. You're watching the Trading Phoenix, where I trade live every day in my challenge account through Funder Pro. Link in the description. So that you guys can see the journey from nothing to funded, profitable, and then going full-time as a day trader. I come on here live every morning so that I can document that entire process without any cuts, edits, full transparency, so that there's actually something out there in the YouTube world that people can watch and understand and have realistic expectations as to what it's like to be a day trader. All right. Or an aspiring day trader, I should say. So yeah, welcome to the channel. Hit that subscribe button for me. Like, share, comment, all those things. Welcome to the community. Also, I am building a Discord community as well. It's currently free, so link is in the description for that as well. It's going to be the best trading Discord community out there when I'm done building it. So join the community, join now while it's free. It isn't going to be free forever. Once you join, if you're already in, you will have access for life for everything that I'm going to include in the Discord, and that's going to be courses and whatnot. So if you get in now, you'll get all that stuff for free. Once I switch over, it is what it is. So join the Discord. Help me build that out. Once you're in, also, if you're one of the ones that get in the early days here, then you will also have access to opportunities that nobody will ever have access to once I switch to a paid Discord. So go ahead and join the Discord, get in for free. Even if you're unsure that you want to be involved with whatever, you might as well just get in now. If you don't like it, you don't like it. But if you do, it's free. So check it out for me. Check it out. All right, here we are, market open. Still dancing around the same levels here. Let's see what we're going to get today and tomorrow. A little bit of volatility this morning here. This is actually, it's not too bad. Yeah. See what we get for the first 15 minutes here. See if we can get any clean, clear direction. If we go back to, let's look at the daily chart. You can see that we've been opening and closing at the same place for the last 3 days. So let's see if we can change that today. Let's see if the market's going to make a decision on whether it wants to continue to make new all-time highs, or if we want to continue to push down back towards this trend line, which is over a year strong. Maybe gain some liquidity here to be able to push back up at that point. But let's see what the market's going to do. So keeping in mind there what I just said, we're opening and closing about the same price for the past 3 days. Okay, so all this week, there's no trading on Monday. So we made a push here up towards previous all-time highs, and now we've been consolidating up in this area here. So are we consolidating here, making, getting ready to continue to push high? It kind of looks like that. If you look at what we have here, we have a nice bullish flag set up a little bit here on the 4-hour chart. So let's see. Let's see what happens today. It'd be interesting, huh? I'm just going to I'm going to mute myself for a second here so that I can hop on and check how the audio sounds so far, so we don't get too far into this live with some crappy audio. Stand by. All right, yeah, that sounds pretty good. Let me know what you guys think. Finally, the audio sounds good. Love it. Love it, love it. It's all a work in progress, you know? All right, we're getting a little choppiness here at market open. That's okay. Volatility is still down, which is nice. So we'll take the choppiness and let the market grab whatever it wants to grab here and then head in whatever direction it wants to go. Just sit back, relax, enjoy the show here, and we'll look for opportunities as soon as the market tries to give it to us. Yesterday, during the live, I had a red trade. Looking back on it and reflecting on it now, it was my fault. I took the trade to go short when we were sitting on a support, and it was the same support that the market moved to the day before and bounced off of. So, should have known better. So I lost that trade there. I was about to just take that loss for the day, which would have been my first red day in 2.5 weeks. And later on in the day, the market actually gave me another opportunity to gain a 1.2% gain, which covered my loss with a slight gain on top of that. But I call it a break-even day, so I ended break-even again yesterday, break-even the day before, and that's where we're sitting so far. So break-even all this week. I'm still up 4.2% on my account total. And that's in the last 2.5 weeks. So not bad. It's not bad. Let's see if we can get in here at some point, and make some gains today and tomorrow. My goal is to end the week green again, obviously. And I'm really trying to finish phase one, or at least get really close to finishing phase one this week. And so I can focus on phase two, next week and the week after. I'm not trying to rush it. I don't care really how long it takes to get through this challenge. I'm really just looking for consistency in the wins, versus trying to force things to happen. But I also want to set goals. So my goal, again, for this week is to finish green. And if that's break even, that's still a win for me. I just don't want to finish in the red. And I would love to be done with phase one, or at least close to phase one. Right. So we're about 6 minutes in here. Market looks, like I said, it looks a little choppy, but volatility is actually falling pretty good. So I think what's happening here is a liquidity grab, perhaps, which would be really nice, because if volatility continues to drop and we grab volatility and make new highs here, then the chances of us continuing to move higher and actually make new all-time highs will be good, right? So those chances will be good, better than not. So, and that would be really nice. That would be really nice. The lower volatility gets, the better chances we have of more opportunities to get into the market. Put my news here. Yeah, this kind of looks like a liquidity grab here. We had a sharp move to the downside, and now we're getting an equally sharp move back up. Let's see if it holds. I have to go back to work tonight. Ugh. Let's see what the higher time frames look like. This is the 15-minute here. So what I'm looking for is to see if the 15-minute had left anything behind as far as areas of imbalance. And we might have a little one right here, actually. We have a 1, 2, 3 candle structure with a break in previous structure, leaving behind a slight imbalance, which actually we just tapped into. Let me put this on the chart here so we can see it on the smaller chart. All right, that could be something. We had an area here that was already eaten up. I don't see anything else that's usable. Let's take a look at the 1 hour. The area of imbalance actually kind of lines up with the 1 hour as well. That's always a really good sign. Okay. We already saw the 4-hour chart here. We'll push down. We have a nice bullish candle here. So let's see how we finish out the current candle. So going back to the 1 minute, this is the area of imbalance based on the 15-minute chart that we just saw. We pushed right down to this area, wicked into it, and came right back out of it. So this could be an area of opportunity, or it could just be telling us that this is a liquidity grab and we are going to continue to the upside. We shall see. I'm going to start plotting out the first 15 minutes. It's actually going to be a pretty wide range. So from here to here. 45. All right, so far, this is our 15-minute opening range. This beautiful move back to the upside. And like I said, this really does look like, so far at least, a liquidity grab first thing in the morning here at market open, which it does sometimes. And we're pushing right back up. I'd love to see us make new highs here, and then retest, and then push higher. We'll see. Anything that I'm saying here, obviously, does not mean that it has to occur. I'm just making plans in my head, right? And honestly, it doesn't really matter what direction the market goes. As long as it picks a direction and gives me opportunities based on my strategy, that's where I go. We do kind of look bullish still here. We can draw, from this move up, we can draw a couple of trend lines here that create a flag. So this does look like a bullish flag here. Not that I don't trade based, I don't trade off of patterns at all. But I do recognize them, and it just kind of adds a little bit of confirmation, I guess. I don't trade based solely off of patterns. I don't think patterns really give you any kind of complete justice in the market. The market is just about liquidity. Market makers are looking for liquidity in order to make the moves that they want to make throughout the day, And so my strategy is based off of liquidity, imbalance. Market makers look for imbalances or create imbalances, which they then go back to balance the imbalances, to continue the moves that they make, or to make moves, right? To create moves. That's all the market is liquidity. So the patterns that come out that you do see, sure, they do pop up. I'm not saying that they don't exist, but I don't base my trades solely off of those at all. I may use them maybe to add to my bias for the day, you know. So like I said, in that 4-hour chart, it looks bullish. It doesn't mean that that's what it has to do. It's just making my bias a little bit more bullish than bearish today. That's all. But honestly, the bottom of this could fall right out and we could just head straight for, the 200-day moving average again on the 4-hour chart. And that's a far drop. Boy, that would be nice. Catch that trade. Yeah, see? And this is the perfect example why I don't trade off of patterns, because they don't mean anything in the market. It's not like, the market makers or whatever, the big money is looking and saying, oh, that's a bearish flag, we have to go this way. Like, no, not even close. It's where's the money? Where's the orders? Where are they sitting so that we can take other people's money? That's what it is, Where are the stop losses at? Where's the liquidity sitting? Oh, what is that? Holy crap, the gap on that. Look at that. Well, there goes the bullish sentiment for the day. Wow. Look at that. So the question is where are we headed now? So this right now we're pretty much sitting on the same support that we hit and bounced off of the previous 2 days. Okay? So for me to take a trade here again, because I took the same trade twice. Both days I took those trades sitting on the same support. And both days they were losing trades. So today, I'm not going to make that same mistake again. I'd have to see a continuation to the downside past this area here in order for me to take some shorts. But based off of the previous 2 days, are we going to get a bounce here and continue to the upside? So that's what I'm looking at now. That was a pretty strong push to the downside there. Stronger than we've seen in the past 2 days. So I don't know. We might be curling over here. We might be taking our downside. There's a lot of downside. That's the thing. So is the market looking for something, for some liquidity in that downside? It makes perfect sense, honestly, that we would head back down to that trend line before making all-time, new all-time highs. It makes perfect sense. So these are all the things that you should be thinking about when you're looking at taking trades. I look at why shouldn't I take this trade that I'm about to take, If you have that mentality where you can look for reasons not to get into the market versus reasons to get into the market, you'll be much more successful. It's safer to have that mentality than looking for reasons to get in, because you'll make up reasons. You won't make up reasons to not get in. You'll make up reasons. You'll find reasons to get into the market. That's just human nature. So if you can switch your mentality from why should I to why shouldn't I, it'll be safer and you'll have more success in your trades. That was a key switch for me. So the same area here, you can see we are starting to get some support. You know, we push through, nice large wick here, nice large wick here, you know. So we are starting to see a little bit of that same support. As a matter of fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come back to the 4 hour. I'm actually going to draw a little area here where we continue to wick in and out of on the previous days. And once we break this area, then you can say we're headed for the downside. But you can see here that we got a decent amount of movement to make still. But look at this. Previous couple of days, right? Look at, we just continue to dip into this range here before heading back to the upside. So the same thing is happening now. We're actually testing lows of previous session today, right now. So this is the thing. Always look left. Always look left. Look at your larger charts. Do whatever you need and look left. Look in the previous days or sessions or whatever to see what the market is looking for. You know, right now, this is where we are. In the past 2 days, we came into this area, we bounced right back out, went back up to highs. The day before that, we came into this area twice and bounced back out and went for highs. So is the same thing going to happen today? Let's see. So I'm going to keep a little bit of a wider view here today so that we can see what we're looking at here. So we know that price has come into this area, even as far as the bottom end, and has bounced. So for me to take shorts or take longs here, no, I'm sorry, take shorts here is risky. I'd have to see a break out of this area to the downside in order for me to say, yeah, we're going to have continuation to the downside and we can look for shorts now. Otherwise, to be quite honest, this area here has taken me out twice this week. So yeah, I'm not going to do anything here, even though it looks pretty bearish. Like this looks pretty bearish. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to waste a trade. I'm not going to waste my gains to get taken out for a third time in a row in this same area here. I mean, it's looking pretty strong. I'll give you that. Here's so we got 8 minutes to close both the 4 hour and the 1 hour candle. If we close below this area of support, if we close below the area of support here, then we're looking for shorts. And we are starting to get larger candles to the downside. So we look like we might, but you know, the past 2 days I've said the same thing. And then the market says, you're an idiot. We're going the other way. Let's see what we got here. Ooh, boy. So we have now broken below this area of support that has held for the past 2 days. Let's see if we can close. If we close, oh yeah. Yeah, we're going down. Market's headed down. I feel pretty good about saying that now. Market's headed down. You're strong push to the downside now. Yep. Volatility starting to increase. These candles are getting bigger and bigger here. Let's see if we can get an entry now. Now we're looking for entries. And honestly, we have an area of imbalance right here. And this would be a nice one, because if we came back up and retested. Wow, look at this. Look at this downside. This is crazy. Man. If you got in up here, good for you. You are killing it right now. And look at these candles are just getting larger and larger. Volume is, it's not even on the chart here. Look at this. Yeah, volume is crazy. Out of this. Yeah, let's get this retest. Let's get the retest. I'd love to hop in and get the continuation to the downside here. So we have an area of imbalance right here. This one, let's get this off the chart, because that is extremely invalid at this point. We do have one right here. I would love to come back into this area here. This is a strong area of imbalance because it coincides with the price retesting this support zone. So if you come in here and we retest here and we get rejected, that is a good trade. Volatility is starting to spike now. That is not good. I don't like that. Come on, let's get a retest. Let's get a retest. I don't know if we're going to get the retest here. It might be too strong. Might be too strong. We got 2.5 minutes left until the 4-hour and 1-hour candle close. And if you take a look at those right now, I mean, look at this. Hey, where's my auto? Look at this. We are actually coming down probably to the next support area. But honestly, I think we have room now to fall pretty far. I don't think we're going to be making all-time highs this week. I would really like a retrace into something before we choose to get in here. Especially with volatility now on the incline again. I don't see any news or anything that came out. What a push. Yeah, this is what I was trying to catch the last 2 days. Today's the day the market had it in it. We're starting to get a little support here. We're hitting a little support area again here from previous days. Still looking to get some kind of a retracement. Mm. Mm, mm, mm. We are just falling today. I'd say the stronger support is probably around the 21.8. Yeah, 21.8-ish area. So we still got a ways to go. I would love, like I said, I gotta see a retracement a little bit at least. All right, that's it. 4-hour and 1-hour candles have closed and clearly very bearish. Yeah. All right. Well, the only thing we can do now is to wait for an opportunity to get in and continue to the downside. But it does not want to give us an entry. Wow, look at this. Crazy. We get any news or anything? Like, what happened? I don't see anything. I think the market was just ready to move. All right, we're going to stay patient. We're going to stay patient. We're going to wait for a proper entry based on my strategy. I might not get it today. Oh, volatility is going through the roof right now. Volatility is spiking. Man, we're about to blow through support after support, I think. I think we're making a move today. I mean, we've already made a move. This is crazy. Man, if you use the orb strategy and you took this trade down here on this breakout, whoo, good for you. Good for you. Can't be mad at that at all. Not at all. Man, I'd love to be in your shoes, though, that's for sure. You don't get moves like this that often, especially in the NASDAQ, you know? And it's even harder to catch them. But man, what a day this would be right here. It doesn't really matter for me while I'm in my challenge. I can't go past 4.5% in a day for a gain. But once I pass my challenge, there's no consistency rule, and you just hang out, right? If you get a day like today, these are the days that really make it for you, because if you can catch this, you just ride it. All right, let's see if we get a little retracement here. We have a couple of areas of interest here. We have one here. All right, we have this one here that's still valid. I'd say this one probably stronger than this one. Technically have this one here too. Let's see what the 15-minute looks like and see what that left behind. Because that'll be... Oh. Yeah. So we have one here, way back up here. I don't know that we're going to get that one. Yeah. So that's kind of the thing right now, is like all of this is an imbalance. All right. Did not respect this area, so that becomes invalid. I would love it to come back up here. This is a little bit of a stronger area of imbalance because this would, again, be testing the previous support area. So it would be nice if we can come back all the way up here. I mean, if we draw out the one that's on the 15-minute chart, these tend to be a little bit more accurate. If we draw this one out, it's basically market open here. I don't know that we're going to get a retracement all the way back up there, but we could. So right now I'm targeting this area of imbalance. This is where we broke through the support. This would be the first area of imbalance that we left on the minute chart. So if we can come back up here, like I said, and respect this, this would be a retest of that support area that we broke through today. And it's an area of imbalance. So you have two things there that are coinciding with each other. Make it a little bit of a stronger play, but price would have to respect here. Let's see what we get. In the past, I would FOMO into stuff like this, and it would never work out. Every once in a while, I'd get lucky, but this is a very difficult thing to what do they call it? Catching a falling knife. That's what this is right here. If you didn't get in up here, technically where we had our breakout of the orb, you shouldn't have been getting in anywhere down here. You gotta wait. Yeah, let's wait and see. Unfortunately. And the other thing I don't like that's happening now is volatility is still increasing. We had a large spike in volatility. And when that happens and we start moving uncontrollably, basically, in both directions, and you just stop losses get taken out left and right. So I don't really like what's happening here. So let's go back to the 4-hour chart just so that we can see where we are in a larger time frame. If you look back here, we got a support, right? So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. Kind of hard to make any kind of decision based off of this. So let's see how the market reacts here. If we blow through this support too, which quite honestly isn't the strongest support, right? It's just got 1, 2 hits here, 3 maybe. And with volatility increasing, usually when volatility is above 100, that's a good sign that support and resistances don't hold. So we could have another big push down. I be honest with you, I wouldn't be surprised if over the next few days we push right back down towards this trend line. And if you look at this trend line on the day chart, this trend line is over a year strong, right? This all-time highs here. We tried, we failed over this entire week. We tried, we failed, and now we're getting a rollover. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we made our way back down to this trend line before we made all-time highs, or break through the trend line. If we break through this trend line, who knows where we're going? But that's what I see right now. That's my technical analysis for you. So let's see how price reacts here. If we continue to the downside, if we continue making new lows, we still have some downside to go, I'd say. Like I said, the next support after that would be around the 21.8 mark for the NASDAQ. Which is still a pretty nice move. So this is the part of trading that I think people don't know about. The waiting. Waiting, being calm, not trying to force a trade, not looking at what you're looking at in the chart right now and, you know, saying to yourself, oh my God, I can't believe I missed that, and you end up hyping yourself up and you get back into a trade that you shouldn't have, you know. This is why I come on here live, so that people can see that this is what trading is. The waiting part, the being strong enough to wait for your entries based on your strategy instead of FOMOing in like I used to do. All right. Let's see if we got any news that came out here. I don't know if we had any earnings or anything this morning. We'll check that out too. Any tariff talk this morning that we get? Let's see if we had any earnings. Starting to form higher lows here. If we break here, then this will be a higher low. Airbus. When does NVIDIA report? Did they? Isn't that coming up? Oh, Alibaba. Oh. Alibaba did really well. They beat their EPS. And their revenue. So that was this morning. Walmart was this morning. Walmart beat EPS. Also revenue. That's good. I don't know what their outlook was. Shake Shack. Great burgers. Great burgers. Oh, wow. TripAdvisor did very well on EPS. And on revenue. Okay. There's nothing bad here. At least not that I'm seeing. I could be missing something. Rivian reports today, market close. That'll be a good one to watch. Let's see. All right. We had continuing jobless claims today, which basically came in at expectations. Initial jobless claims slightly higher than expectations. It's nothing crazy, though. All right, so we're making higher highs, higher low. Yeah, come on, let's get back up into this area here. Yeah, I don't know. Clearly, most of the NASDAQ stocks are red. Tesla's down, Amazon, PayPal, NVIDIA, Intel, AMD, Google. Nothing crazy, though. Like, we're not down a lot in any of those. The only one that's really down significantly is Palantir. So, we'll see. See what happens. So as we approach this area of imbalance here, I'm going to be looking for, obviously, some resistance. I would like it to respect in here and then give me some kind of bearish signal to get into. But this would be, either way, it would be kind of risky. Volatility is dropping now, almost just as fast as it was climbing. So we could actually be making a reversal here. Who knows? Let's see what happens in this area here. If we break through, then the next area we're looking for is here. And quite honestly, this one is probably stronger than this one is. This was left behind based off of the 15-minute chart, so these are usually stronger, right? So we might be looking for a retracement into this area and then either continuing out of it to the upside or grabbing some liquidity again to head back to the downside. Just prepare for all possible situations, right? It's impossible to guess where the market's going to go or what it's going to do. So you just make plans for all of the above. So I have a plan for this area of imbalance here. If that doesn't pan out, then I have a plan for this area, right? And you just keep making plans. And that's all we can do. That's how the game's played. That's all there is to it. Let's see if I'm missing any kind of news here. Uh, 17 minutes ago. When did this happen? No, not quite 17 minutes ago. There's an article here that came out 17 minutes ago. Trump says he's weighing giving 20% of Doge savings to Americans. You know? I mean, I wouldn't be upset with that, considering that's our money to begin with that's being spent ridiculously, apparently. And honestly, like, if you didn't know that our tax dollars were being spent on crap, like, wake up. You know? Wake up. It's about time somebody is looking into all of this baloney that billions and billions of dollars, our dollars, by the way, you and me, the dollars that we work for, are getting spent on ridiculous things that you and I would not say yes to. You know, if we went out to a vote and said, oh, we want to spend, $45 billion on this, vote yes or no. I can almost guarantee you that most people would say no for a lot of the things that are coming out. We get taxed 4 times and 5 times over. There's no need for that. I'm not saying that taxes shouldn't exist. Clearly, we should pay our taxes, but we shouldn't get taxed on our income and then get taxed on what we buy after the income that we got taxed on already, and then we get taxed on the things that we own after getting taxed for buying it, and then getting taxed for, the income that it's insane. It's insane. And then all of that money goes everywhere else in the world except to us, Godwin, hey, welcome to the channel. Yeah, I'm looking for more downside for sure. I want it to fill this area of imbalance here. It would be nice if it filled a little bit more. This is also retesting a strong support that it broke through this morning finally. And then, yeah, I'd be looking for some more downside. It might be coming right now, honestly. Thanks for the like. I appreciate it. So for me and my strategy, I usually I like to see the majority of the areas of imbalance to be filled before I get in. So let's see if we come back into this area here. I'm not mad at what it's given me so far. I would just like to see a little bit more of this imbalance filled before continuing to the downside, because we still have imbalance here. That's the thing. So we're still going to be targeting some of this. And the problem is if you get in based off of this, we ended up coming back here in and eating this up, and we may continue to the upside. So I like to see most of the imbalance be eaten up and then given a bearish sign to continue to the downside here. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen. It's just what I like to see before I make a trade. That's all. That's what works best for me. So let's see. And that. Come on. Give me what I want to see. Give me what I want to see. Yep, let's come back in here. Let's fill it. And let's take it back to the downside. That's what we want to do today. Let's see if we can do that. So I like what I'm seeing. We are starting to struggle in this area, which is nice. I would really like to see more of this zone get filled. There we go. Yeah, let's fill a little bit more. So this is what I've noticed, that if we don't get a complete fill in these areas of imbalance, not a complete, but as close to complete as possible before getting rejected, let's say, you are a little bit more likely to come into that area. And then if you do, there's nothing that says that it's going to respect at that point. So this is a little bit better. Let's kind of see how these candles close here. The next couple of candles. On the 4-hour chart, we got about a 50% retracement on that drop that we had on this drop here. Right? And you can see that here too, right? We're about halfway. So this is kind of everything is lining up here to continue to the downside. It's just if we're going to catch it or not, you know? I don't want to get in too early and then get caught with an actual reversal, or, you know, we're headed toward this stronger area of imbalance, because that's still in play. Might have a stronger magnet up here than we do here, you know? So let's be a little bit more patient. Let's wait to get in. I kind of got a feeling that we want to come up here. So I definitely don't want to get in too early, that's for sure. Mm. I'm going to take this to the downside here. I know it's a little bit of a late entry, but this is still kind of risky. Let's see what we get here. Risky trade. Be targeting previous lows of the day here. Let's get another downside push. And honestly, because this is a little risky here, if we do break below here, I might move my stop loss to break even already, just because. Let's see if that closes below. Or we get a decent push there. Come on. All right, we're going to move my stop loss. So this is a risk-free trade here. Let's see if we can make it back down to lows. Ooh, so close, so close. All right. Taken out at break even. No big deal. That's why I moved it. Risky trade. You got to recognize. So break even trade there. Yeah, I still think that this is a stronger magnet here. You know, I took this just in case we did have a continuation to the downside. I was able to move my stop loss quickly because I knew that this was a risky trade here. But it's tough. And anything in the middle, you know, of a range is a risky trade. So I'm glad I was able to move my stop loss quickly to not take a loss on that. Hmm. I would almost consider taking an inverse trade off of this area of imbalance here if we break through, targeting this area, almost. It's not something that I do often. Might be something that I have to start really adding into my strategy, because those opportunities are there and it does work. Yeah, that was a late entry too, honestly. Hmm. Market looks very bullish today. I'd say that I would say that we're tough. Market's not giving us anything. Yeah, even volatility is bouncing around, so get some consolidation here. So as of right now, honestly, if we continue to push to the downside, I'll wait for some area of imbalance to be left behind and target that. I'm not going to just willy-nilly get in looking for a downside here. I tried a little trade here because we did fill this area of imbalance, looked bullish coming out. I was able to move my stop loss quickly, which then got taken out, which is fine. This is a risky trade being in the middle of this range here. So no loss there. At this point, honestly, I'd be considering maybe using this as an inverse to target this area here if we get there. Otherwise, let's see what it does if we get some more downside. It looks like we might be rolling over here, but that doesn't mean anything. I've seen this before, and then it just rockets right back to the upside. So I think this zone here, this area of imbalance that was left behind on the 15-minute chart, and honestly, if we play the 15-minute chart here, this looks stronger than what we had here, which is in the middle of this 15-minute candle here. So I wouldn't be surprised if the market took its time getting back up into here and then continued to the downside. It may happen today, tomorrow, overnight, whatever, but I still think that this is a pretty strong magnet that price may want to come back into before either continuing to the downside or pushing back up. But so I would at this point be waiting for price to come back into this zone here, and then maybe take some shorts off of that. If we come back up in here and actually disrespect this, and this would be a good place to use as an inverse here to make new highs for the day. But I'd have to see that play out. Right now we're just moving too slow. I think the market is looking for some liquidity to push to the upside. If you look here where, newbies would be trading, they'd see this structure here, see these two candles here, stop loss here, get in here, right? Boom, stop loss got taken out. You can almost see the same thing happening here, and then boom, stop loss taken out, right? That's what I would have done. Not today. Back in the day. So let's see where price ends up going. This may just be moot for the rest of the day, honestly. May not make any more trades today. I'd like to see this area up here get filled. We moved out of it pretty quickly this morning. Very, very quick move to the downside. Let's see if I might consider if we make like a double bottom here. I might consider going long, but not just off of this. I'd have to have, you see back here how this actually left a very nice area of imbalance before pushing back up. This was nice. This was a trade that I actually missed this morning. I don't know what I was doing. I was not paying attention, clearly. But this beautiful bounce here, you have a 1, 2, 3, 4 actually bullish candle here, which left behind a beautiful area of imbalance. We came into it. We came into the majority of it. I like to see it past the halfway mark, right? Wick, 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 wick. Rejected, rejected, rejected. Nice strong bullish candle back out. This could have been a nice entry here, stop loss here, and you ride this up to this area of imbalance. This was a nice setup. So looking back, this would have been a nice play here, and this is exactly what you would have targeted. It was right here, this area of imbalance. Would have been a nice, at least 2.5 to 1 there. Beautiful trade. So missed that one. We can either wait for another similar setup, or we're going to continue to make new lows here, and then I can wait for a setup to continue to the downside. But in hindsight, this is actually would have been a nice trade. It would have yielded a 2 to 1 already for me. But I got nervous and moved my stop loss too soon. That's something that I definitely have to work on, and I know that. And I've talked about that in the channel before, is I have a tendency to move my stop loss a little too soon because I get nervous. And that's something that definitely holds me back. But that's all right. I'm aware of it, working on it. Is what it is. At the end of the day, I didn't lose anything today, so. But I didn't gain anything either. That's all right. Tomorrow's another day. Oh, what do we got here? Trump confirms Doge dividend. Huh. The IRS is going to announce 6,000 job cuts tomorrow. I'm not opposed to getting some of my tax money back. How about you guys? Not opposed to that at all. It's interesting they calling it a dividend. So they're claiming so far that Doge has slashed $55 billion saved, I guess you can call it. Yeah, this would have been a good trade, damn it. The fear of losing money is very difficult to overcome. I tell you what. Very difficult. Because that was a good setup, man. I called that before we even had this retracement here. You know, we left this behind. This is what I was targeting. We came back into it twice. So that's like pretty decent confirmation. Yeah, I should have hung out. Should have hung out. This would have been... Let's see, this is where my entry was, because I'm pretty sure... Or was it here? One of these took me out here, but this would have been an easy 2-to-1 trade so far. Well. What are you going to do? Learn. Learn and move on, right? All right. Kind of a slow move back to the downside here. I wouldn't be surprised if we bounced off the lows. And like I said, we definitely missed an opportunity back here. I was not paying attention when this happened, clearly. Just looking at other things. But this was a beautiful setup here. Nice area of imbalance left behind here. Some bullish retracement. We came back into the area of imbalance. If you got back in here somewhere, this candle close would have been the perfect spot to get back in, or to place a trade long, targeting this area of imbalance. That played out nice. Missed it. So 2 misses on the day, huh? Today's not my day. That's okay. I'm still up 4.2% in my account. I'm all right with that. All we can do is look back, learn, don't make the same mistakes twice. Keep looking for opportunities. The market's always going to give you opportunities. Might not be in the same day, but it will always give you opportunities. You just got to be paying attention. Like I wasn't right here. It's all right. It's all right. We'll catch the next one. This Doge dividend idea is interesting. Be very interesting in 6 months to see how much money they've cut out of government spending. And maybe given back to the people. And that'd be nice. So let's see. I mean, we're still looking pretty bearish. We might continue to the downside, to be honest with you. See what the 1 hour looks like. Yeah, you had about a 50% retracement here. You know, you got potential to come down, like I said, to about 21.8. So we got a little bit more downside left before we hit the next support area. Yeah, we tried 1, 2, 3 times here to make new all-time highs, and we got rejected each time. So it would not be a crazy thought to say we got some downside now. You know? You look at the last 3 days, we've opened and closed basically at the same price level. Right? We tested all-time highs 3 times, got rejected each time, and today we took a pretty good rejection, right? So I would not be surprised now if we make our way back down to this trend line before heading back up and making new highs. I don't think we're going to break the trend line. It's a very strong trend line. It's over a year strong. But I can definitely see us making our way back down and then bouncing before making new highs. It's feasible. Yeah. All right. So I don't know. That might be it for me today. This is going to be a little bit boring here. I don't really know what else to talk about. We can talk about the Doge dividends, but we still don't really know what's happening with that. Trump has confirmed some type of kickback due to the money that they're saving, but we don't know what it is yet. Something to the effect of 20%, whatever that means, right? 20% of what? So until that gets confirmed and whatever, you know, whatever. It'll be nice. I'm not mad at that. So there's not really any other news. I didn't see anything with tariff talks. There was an article talking about how the market is becoming a little bit more immune to the tariff talks, which honestly, like, it's about time, you know, get over it. We had tariffs last time he was in, and it didn't create inflation. So why would it do it now? It's just, this time's different. Love that. it's nothing new, you know. This is the same thing that he did last time he was in. So, and the market flourished, and I think it will. I think this year is going to be a good year. I think inflation is going to continue to go down. We're going to have a good year. I think this year is going to be a good year to make money. So that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree or like it. That's okay. But I'll tell you what, I'm preparing myself to make money this year. So I think we're going to have some good movements in the market, as long as as soon as we get over this, you know, inflation and tariffs and all this other stuff that's causing uncertainty in the markets. Like, get over it, you know. Once the market finally does get over it, I think we'll have some good movements. It's been a slow start to the year because of the uncertainty, but I think good times are coming. Good times are coming. So there we are. We might be getting our little bounce here. So I'll tell you, honestly, what I'd be looking for the rest of the morning before I hop off here is if we can get some good bullish movement back to the upside that will kind of confirm that we're bouncing off of this same level. If we leave behind an area of imbalance, kind of like we did back here, I'd be looking for that probably to go long. If we make obviously lower lows here, then we're not looking for longs, because I think we still have a little bit of a ways to drop. But either way, kind of risky moves now because we don't know which way the market's going to go. So just, you know, whatever your risk level is, whatever you're okay with, just be careful. Let's see what the volatility is doing. So yeah, volatility is still kind of sitting around the same area. We're just under 100. You know, so it could go either way. It can go either way. Just be careful, be patient, wait for your setups, wait for your A+ setups, especially today. And tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow's not the last Friday of the month, right? What's today? I don't even know what today is. No. We still got one more, so shouldn't be too crazy tomorrow. No real news coming out tomorrow, I don't think. We got tomorrow, Friday. Oh, we have existing home sales, which is labeled as high impact, and then we have some PMI flash data coming out. So yeah, maybe, you know, maybe we get some volatility in the morning. That stuff doesn't come out until 9:45 and 10, so we might get a little volatility at market open, waiting for that data to come out, and then we'll see what happens from there. We have Michigan inflation expectations also, and consumer sentiment. So I don't know. Maybe tomorrow is going to be a baloney day for trading too. Who knows? Who knows? We shall see. All right, everyone. I'm going to call it today for the live. I'll be watching, obviously, the market for a little bit longer. So I post everything that I do afterwards in my Discord. So if you guys are interested, the link for my free Discord is in the description below. Discord is free for now. Eventually, when I build it to a certain point, it won't be. So if you want to get in, even if you're not so interested, now's the time to do it. Once you're in, then you're in forever. And then once I switch over, everybody else will have to pay. So that link is in the description. Keep in mind, volatility is a little increased today, so be careful, be patient with your trades. Wait for your A+ setups. And yeah, with that being said, I will be back on tomorrow morning as I usually am before market open, and we'll see what the day brings us tomorrow. I'll see you guys all tomorrow, or I'll talk to you in the Discord later. Have a great one.